It's like a pyramid effect. You've got your pyramid, and you've got what I would call God, or oneness, up at the very tip top. But here you've got like a back door or something like that that's garbage in, garbage out. But if it gets above that door of garbage in, garbage out, then you've got information. The information might be less relevant to the ultimate spiritual meaning of God if it's around here. But what you can do with consciousness is raise that up to a higher point of the pyramid type of a thing in order to reach what one may define for themselves as joy or love or happiness and that kind of a thing. It actually, so here's my full circle and here's my point. You might say, well, what the hell are you talking about, dude? So, is this, the simplicity can often be the most complex. The simplicity can often make the most progress. The conciseness of what is being adapted to a movement or something in the future can often be the most productive. And I think that it's relevant. Well, we talk about the music, and it's the same thing, and you bring it down to a certain thing. You did that on percussion, type of thing, as you were doing on the music of whether it be left or right hand and that kind of a thing. You bring it down to that because there's always already that groove, right? The drums were already happening, or the bass, or whatever. Okay, I'll adapt into there because people working together, and then anyway.
Great things can happen.
Great things can happen.
That's a little New Year's type of thing as we were jamming to music and
It's fun, man.
all that kind of stuff. But it reminded me of that kind of thing. I think about that a lot, the simplicity of it, because I, like being friends with mentally handicapped kids, and I see this, and also being friends with specifically tenured MIT professors that are just certified geniuses. And it's it's very interesting to me, because I was just with, like 3 months ago, I was with Gene, one of the guys. This guy had 7 kids in 8 years, and every one of them were geniuses.
Oh,
And they weren't artificially inseminated.
okay.
That's pretty interesting to me. I said, Gene, what the fuck, dude? Explain it. Can you tell me, how did you get... They don't know what it's like to get an A- in school. Not that that's the most important thing, but John was tenured at 25 at MIT as a professor, and scholarshiped it's not the Nobel Prize, but it's something like that, where he's given $1 million and maybe split to $500,000 for his ability to create arches and bridges. There's an art form to it. And so the architecture that can create this, that can create more sturdiness than that, is interesting. Now, they were able to do that several years ago, but how did they figure out our, 2,000 years ago, when you see it and we know that there were buildings like that.
Oh, right.
Not to bore you guys to tears, but